All right, hello everyone. My name is Robert Lagan. I'm a senior that graduates this December with a software engineering degree from Auburn University. Currently recording this presentation for Cheryl Seal's computer ethics course. I'm going to talk a little bit about internet censorships and freedom of speech. So, what is freedom of speech? Why is it important? Does internet censorship take away from freedom of speech? Is it necessary? Freedom of speech has been a protected right for those in the United States of America since 1791. It allows people to share their knowledge and opinions openly. Because of new innovations in technology, it has become quite easy for different parties to provide information on the internet. And from this ease of knowledge transfer comes the debate on how much of this information should be allowed. Should some sites be censored or banned, or should the internet be open to anything? In this article, we will look at the different sides of this debate and compare the ethical issues each maintain. So first, some examples of freedom of speech and some examples of internet censorship. So we see that iPhones were actually banned in Syria in an attempt to keep anti-government protesters from sharing photos and videos from within the country. And then Egyptian officials also arrested multiple bloggers after they had posted a negative opinion of the country's military leadership online. In Turkey, popular sites like YouTube and WordPress are completely blocked because the content is insulting to quote-unquote Turkishness, and words like escort, gay, and marriageable are few of over 100 words not allowed on the internet. Another example from China involves the government outlawing a certain image of Winnie the Pooh that users said resembled China's president. Here we see that image, and we see how how some censorship can possibly not be necessary or be overstepping boundaries. But now that we've taken a look at some different examples of internet censorship, I would like to and kind of explain what some examples are. Let's take a look at some disadvantages of it. So one disadvantage of internet censorship is it limits freedom of expression. As mentioned above, the right to free speech has been a protected right in the United States for centuries. The ability to share your opinions and beliefs is an important aspect of the culture here. However, there are many countries where this right is limited when it comes to online sharing. This can be seen as a disadvantage of internet censorship. Many believe that they should be able to share their opinions, whether the government or internet provider agrees with them or not. People could be prohibited from sharing their creative thoughts or critical insights. If governing parties take away the ability to post content based on if that content aligns with the government's standings, the result is the loss of freedom of expression. Another disadvantage is lower access to significant information. There are many useful sites online with a lot of resourceful information. If automated filters are used, they may block more than intended. For instance, a student could be using an educational institution's network and not have access to information concerning the book Moby Dick due to the network's content filter. Even if a content filter is being used with good intention, it can result in the loss of access to simple academic info. Internet censorship can also limit how much a person may be able to discover about cultures other than their own. Since the rise of the World Wide Web, the world has become a smaller place, with people from all over learning much more about each other. When a country puts strong filters on their network, there becomes a disconnect between people in that country and the rest of the world. Uh, you know, Another disadvantage of censorship is it can be difficult to properly enforce. Implementing a censorship system is a difficult task. Not only does the party implementing it have to worry about the content censored, they must also consider the amount of money, time, and people that will be needed to make it happen. The amount of resources necessary to develop this system is extensive. China's large censorship system not only has a complex and large automated filter, it also contains an estimated 100,000 internet police that check and monitor content. This is a huge cost, and the money spent on censorship could possibly be used on more essential issues. The last main disadvantage of internet censorship is corruption is more probable because of it. If a governing party has jurisdiction of what information is or is not available online, it could result in the improper control of information. A politician could use censorship as a way to keep the public from discovering incriminating info on illegal activities they are participating in. While all the discussed issues are important to note, this corruption would surely be the largest disadvantage of digital censorship. So, now let's look at some advantages or the need for censorship. Well, we see that internet censorship, when done correctly, limits that criminal activity we were just discussing. It could also be used to prevent uh, that corruption that politicians could be using it for. Identity theft, account phishing, the hacking of bank information are just a few of the many crimes that can be committed online. Germany recently banned a website accused of rallying activists and inciting violence at a summit last month in Hamburg. This is a clear example of how blocking a website is a necessary action in order to prevent further illegal and dangerous activities. Internet censorship also protects children. Due to the advancements of today's technologies, children have more access to the internet than ever before. This can be a great thing. Children can use the internet to learn more about what they are being taught in school, teaching them new skills, or keeping up with friends. However, there is a lot of inappropriate content on the web, and having a filtered network can help keep our children from viewing this junk that we can find online. The last main advantage of internet censorship is it would decrease internet violence. Internet bullying is common in today's society. The amount of hatred spread on the internet can be largely attributed to the ease of anonymity that one can achieve. Censorship policies can help decrease this violence by removing the anonymity of current standards. Danish police proposed in 2011 to abolish all anonymous internet use. Not only would this help cut down on social abuse, but also the ability for the internet to be used by terrorists. Um, in summary, there are many arguments for and against internet censorship. Internet censorship could remove the overall right to free speech. However, it could also keep people from spreading hate anonymously across the network. Censoring the web may restrict access to important information, while it could also protect people from being exposed to inappropriate content. Although a censorship system may be difficult to implement or fund, it can help to limit corruption and other criminal activity from occurring. We can see that there are many advantages and disadvantages to internet censorship, and it seems impossible to determine if censorship is ultimately necessary or not. Yet, we can easily see that there is some need for a certain amount of censorship, and there should be some control of the internet that results in a better online community for all. People should feel safe to express themselves online while also feeling safe from the dangers of people looking to do harm. Thank you for listening to this presentation, and that will be it.